Today is the 7th in a 10-part worship series on cultivating resiliency in an age of overwhelm. The words of our call to worship are words we have used over and over again the past few years, and today they seem truer than ever. Everything is falling apart. Like compost disintegrating, everything broken and failing. Turning, transforming, our world rich with disintegration and possibility. Together, we dream of the garden. Together, we plant and plan for a new world, new growth, new ways of being. This hour together, a germination, a time for new life to take hold of us so that we too are made new. We too are turned and transformed, nourished by song and story and music and dreams. Let us worship together. Our reading comes from UU Minister Elizabeth Stevens. These are strange times. There are so many things that feel unfamiliar. We are still figuring out how to protect ourselves and one another. We are still figuring out social distancing. We are still figuring out virtual community. We are still figuring out how to weave a safety net secure enough so that no one slips through. Some of us may not know how to manage these strange new technologies. Some of us may not know where to find toilet paper. Some of us may not know where our next meal or our rent is coming from. None of us know if we will get sick or how sick we will get. None of us know who we will lose. But we know the things that are important. We know how to manage our anxiety. We know that we are resilient as individuals and collectively. We know how to come back to our best selves again and again. We know how to breathe. We know how to be kind. We know how to be generous. We know that we can count on one another. We know that when all of us offer what feels right, what feels good, we always wind up with everything we need. We know that this epidemic won't last forever. We know that the world is a beautiful place and that we are meant to rejoice and be glad in every day we are given. Above all, we know that we are held in a love whose tensile strength is limitless. It will stretch, it will give, but it will not let us go. May we trust in that love in these strange times and in every day of our lives. My favorite game to play lately is, remember a week ago? A week ago, we had our first worship service online in response to the governor's request that gatherings of 50 people or more here in California not happen, and that no gatherings happen if people could not observe social distancing of 6 feet between us. Parents were getting ready to have their children at home after it was announced that schools would close. A week ago, we could still eat in restaurants. The thing I keep reminding all of us at almost every online gathering we've had is how much has happened so quickly. It is no wonder that most of us are, well, all of the things that we are: overwhelmed, disoriented, foggy, confused. Here's one of my examples of how discombobulated I've been this week. At one point, I washed my hands before I used the bathroom. Now that we've been asked to stay at home as much as possible, to shelter in place, I'm seeing lots of ideas out there that this should be a productive time, like we should be learning to cook or to learn a new language or get caught up on lots of reading. Parents are facing expectations that they will replicate the schoolroom in their own homes and become expert teachers so their children don't, oh no, fall behind. Now, if the idea of getting something done is useful to you and helps you get through this, then that's wonderful. And I'm glad you have a healthy coping mechanism. But I also want to say to all of the many people like myself who have set the bar much lower, that what we're doing is just fine too. My daily goals are something like get dressed, take my vitamins, and try to go for a walk, but it's also okay if I don't. And honestly, that's about it for right now. Those are my daily goals. Because I have another list, and that's my list of things I'm worried about. And those are the things that take up my time. If I cough once or twice, I take my temperature with a digital thermometer. I'm trying not to go to the grocery store every day, but that means I spend a certain amount of time looking in my refrigerator and my pantry to see what's there. At one point this past week, I counted all of the eggs I had on hand. I eat a lot of eggs. And it was pretty exciting for me on Friday when my husband came home with 24 eggs, which was the maximum he was allowed to buy at the grocery store, which is perfectly reasonable and I have no objection to. But I was happy about those eggs. The congregants who've been joining me online at lunchtime this past week have been hearing my concern about eggs. I know that we all have our things that we're fixated on, worried about, angry about, interested in, surprised by, and even pleased by. As I noted last week, there will be strange blessings in this time. Even if there is someone here relatively unfazed by all that has happened, it is still true for all of us that going to the grocery store is more complicated than it used to be, and that there are stores and restaurants we're used to going to that are now closed. Gyms are closed. Haircuts are canceled. The world has just suddenly gotten a lot smaller for us. It's also gotten a lot more worrisome. The spiritual work of this time is to stay in the present moment, not to let worries or fears about the future become paralyzing. It's written in the book of Matthew of the Christian New Testament. Do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring worries of its own. Today's trouble is enough for today. Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh talks about surrendering yourself to the present moment. And it may be that the present moment is just about getting dressed, taking the vitamins, looking to see what's in the pantry, and maybe going for a walk. It may be that the present moment is about watching something on TV to pass the time. It may be that the present moment is about watching a concert online, or phoning a friend, or reading the news. Like the girl we heard about in our story earlier, we might wish we could do something big. But for most of us, the work of our daily lives right now is one small thing after another. And if we can keep doing one small thing after another, I think we'll find that we're doing enough.
There will be better days. There will be better days. There will be better days. There will be better days.
Let the wave wash over me.
Better days. There will be better days.
Let the wave wash over me.
There will be better days.
I am already under.
There will be better days.
Let the wave wash over me.
There will be better days.
Let the wave wash over me.
There will be better days.
Let the wave wash over me.
There will be better days.
I am already under.
There will be better days.
Let the wave wash over me.
There will be better days.
Let the wave wash over me.
There will be better days.
Let the wave wash over me.
There will be better days.
I am already under.
There will be better days.
Let the wave wash over me. Let the wave wash over me. Let the wave wash over me. I am already under. Let the wave wash over me. Let the wave wash over me. Let the wave wash over me. I am already under. Let the wave wash over me.
There will be better days.
Let the wave wash over me.
There will be better days.
Let the wave wash over me.
There will be better days.
I am already under.
There will be better days.
Let the wave wash over me.
There will be better days.
Let the wave wash over me.
There will be better days.
Let the wave wash over me.
Better days.
I am already under.
There will be better days. There will be
The
better days. There will be
wave
better
wash
days. There will be better
over
days.
me.
There will be better days.
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 Let the wave wash over me. I am already under. Let the wave wash over me. A month ago, it feels like 10 years ago already. A month ago, I preached a sermon called It's Okay to Be Happy. And near the end of that sermon, I said, terrible things happen every day. We really could die any moment, any of us. And remembering that sometimes feels terrible, I know. Grief and fear can be debilitating. But the certainty that tragedy and sorrow can strike at any time also opens the door to finding joy today. I could die any time, and so today is to be lived fully. Laughter with friends, good food, the beauty of flowers and rain and sunshine, the joy of being with you, singing with you, loving you. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be anxious. It's okay to be hopeful. It's okay to lose sight of hope. In these tumultuous times, whatever you are feeling is the right way to be feeling. Laugh when you can, cry when you need to. If you had told any of us a month ago what is happening now, we would not have believed you. The important thing about all those feelings, happy, sad, anxious, hopeful, the important thing is to let ourselves feel what we're feeling. Yes, we need to develop our coping skills too, and we're going to need every tool in the toolbox in the coming weeks. And letting ourselves feel our feelings is emotionally healthy. And while we do that, we can stay focused on what we have to deal with today, not in some imaginary future. Whatever else happens, remember that all of us are in this together, not just at Chalice, but the millions of people in the United States and the billions of people around the world. Any problem any of us are having or anticipating is the same problem millions of other people are facing. We will figure out how to get through this together. What we need to do is to hold on. Hold on to what you know is true. Hold on till you get through. We have each other to lean on, a community of love and support, stronger now than ever. Love and blessings to each of you.